Welcome to the Sports Card Talk Show. Sports Card Talk Show with Kevin Anderson and Lauren Walker, the Skull Brothers.
All right, welcome to episode 189 of the Sports Card Talk Show. We got a Friday Night Light interview tonight, but first I got to make sure that everybody knows, because not everybody's on Instagram, that I'm sitting next to the king of eBay 101 idiots.
I think I'm up to like post 34 or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Everyone knows Lauren loves his eBay 101. So yeah, he's the king of eBay 101 idiots.
Thanks, man.
AKA Lauren. Too funny. I've been cracking up at your posts. Yeah. If you're not on Instagram, maybe we'll post a couple on here one day just for fun.
Maybe do an episode with a few. I don't know. I mean, everybody, if you've went back and if you've been with us for a long time and watched our Wednesday Wows, you've seen a bunch of my eBay 101s. And
another eBay 101.
Yeah.
Too funny. Yeah, I'm excited. We're going to do an interview tonight. We have a card artist on.
Yeah, I'm really excited. We got to meet him down at the Nationals. I'm guessing you got
to
National. The National.
You're going to get burned on that.
I'm guessing you talked to him maybe a little bit more than I did.
For a few minutes, yeah.
I just kind of, I showed up late on the scene and got to say hi to both him and Card Killer. I can't remember if Donnie B was there. I ran into Donnie B a few times, so I can't remember if he was with those guys that time or not.
Right. Yeah, I think he popped in at the last second as we were walking out. Yeah.
But anyways, tonight we get Optimus Volts coming on the show.
Yeah, I'm excited to have him on. Really, just as far as I know, mostly Instagram. And we'll have to ask him if he's on anything else. I know he has a website, and we'll get into more of that with him. But I just enjoy checking out his posts. Yeah,
that's the thing. When you don't know what they've been doing if you're not also on those platforms. So
right,
we know that. I know that he's been kind of. I feel like there are a lot more card artists are popping up, but like I feel like he was right there. Like him and Card Killer are the first two that I took notice of on Instagram myself.
Right. Yeah. I'm excited to dial him up. Anything else that you gotta go over? No. Hopefully we'll have a shared mail day coming up soon.
Oh yeah,
it'll be a quick one. Hopefully it works out.
Yeah.
Should we dial him up?
Ring, ling, ding, dong.
All right, we got Optimus Volts dialed up. How are you doing tonight?
Good, man. I want to say thank you guys for having me in the show. Thanks very much. I mean, it was a pleasure meeting you at the Nationals.
Yeah. We're excited you said yes to come on, and it was great to hook up there for a little bit. The time flew by when we were there. It's like I think I saw you a couple times, and it was kind of in passing, and it was like, "What's up?
Yeah. I mean, I was excited. The Nationals was something amazing, especially finally meeting Card Killer and Donnie B there. The two masked men, of course.
Right. Yeah. That was awesome. Yeah, how was that experience for you? I mean, I know we weren't really going to talk about it too much, but like, how did you take that all in? Was it what you expected? I mean, was there anything that happened that you didn't expect, or I guess your thoughts on it, just real quick?
Really quick, it was amazing. The main thing I wanted to go there is to make connections with all these card artists, with all these people that were following me, that were fans, that bought my work. And I wanted to meet these people one-on-one, and I did. And it was beautiful. It was such a beautiful love from everybody was there. Love. I mean, it was like I had friends from since I was a kid.
Exactly. We kind of felt the same way. It's like we've been talking via social media, and then you hook up, and it's like I've known these guys forever, you know.
I know, like a little giddy little kid when I first got in there, and you walked in, and it was like, oh my God, you can't see the wall over there, and amazing, and just to see things like, oh man, I had that when I was a kid, or damn, why did I, what happened to that? I don't know what happened to it.
Right. Why don't you? Speaking of that, why don't you touch base a little bit on your card collecting history and maybe bring it full circle with how you decided to bring your art to it and I guess that's the biggest thing, and maybe like what it kind of inspires you when you're doing this kind of fun stuff.
The card collecting started. Of course, I was a kid in the early '80s. I want to say about 82, 83. I started collecting cards because my dad was getting free baseball tickets from his company back then. And I'm from San Diego, by the way, and I'm a Padres fan, and I always will be a Padres fan.
Okay.
Day going there was eye-catching to see a game, and to see the players on the cards, it was eye-catching. Um, I started collecting, of course, Padre players, Tony Gwynn, Fred McGriff,
Right.
Steve Garvey, all the greats, Dave Parker, Dave Winfield, and stuff like that. And even though I was a Padre fan, I still love collecting other players like Darryl Strawberry, the beautiful swing, the home runs. It was catching that for me as a kid. It was awesome collecting. I started collecting, and I grew up not so well, money wise. For me to get cards, I will have to work in the swap meets, uh, picking up, helping, whatever. And whatever money I got, I would buy a pack or two. And then swap meet, there were all these vendors there, baseball, in packs. They were selling, back then like 75 cents a pack, back
Sure.
then 50
Yep.
cents. And then, of course, when Upper Deck came out, it was like $1,
Yeah, I remember those days.
Yeah. And around about when I was turning 15, 16, I was very heavy trading and selling, cards. And I actually started selling in the swap meet. My mom used to sell at the swap meet, my parents, so gave me like a little table, and I started putting cards out, and people were like, "Oh, how much is this?" "Oh, 50 cents, 75, $1, 90, $10 or whatever." And I was making money. Then a car dealer that was sold there, he said, "Hey, why don't you just come work for me? I see that you can sell and you love cards." And he actually told me about cards, the history, the thing, and them, which ones to collect, which ones to love, And of course, and I actually got to a point that I had my own store in around the '90s, in the early '90s.
Oh, wow.
A lot of people don't know this. I barely even told Card Killer and Donnie P in the hotel. We were like literally late night, 2 in the morning, talking like about art and cards. And
Wow.
I used to draw and paint when I was a kid as well. And for some reason, around like in the year 2000s, when my store failed, because like everyone, the crash. It crashed.
Yeah.
It just once the Tops and all the companies went public and sold it to anybody. It used to be only dealers get packs and cases and stuff. Now everybody had them. The 7-Eleven, grocery stores, they were everywhere. They were everywhere in the late '90s, and it was hard to compete. That the store went just collapse and
Sure.
close it. And I kind of stopped around the late '90s, early 2000s, and I had all this inventory stuck in my garage. Whatever didn't sell, I kept, and they were just there for years in my closets. And I used to, and by then the crash went so deep that the cards didn't have any value hardly anymore.
Right.
And I used to grab a card, and I was doing a lot of art back then, painting, doing coffee shops, art shows of my work. Of I was a street artist, doing graffiti, doing spray paint artwork all over town, stuff like that. And I used to do sculptures, and I used to have just cards laying around. You grab a stack and you just like to look at them. And
Yeah.
down. like everybody else. I mean, I could grab a stack and just look at them. I love to look, even if it's not a known player or old player. And then I used to, with my paintbrush that I was doing, I would just do stuff on it and then toss it, until a friend came over and said, "What is this? What are you doing here?" And I said, I'm just painting on top of these cards, and of course my ethnicity is Mexican. I'm born in the United States, but my parents were born in Mexico, and I grew up with the Dia de los Muertos culture. We celebrate our lost ones during November 1st and 2nd. There's a big holiday called Dia de los Muertos.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all of colorful skulls, sugar skulls, food. And we do these altars to pray, let your loved ones know that we're still thinking about you, and to let them come to the spirit. The spirit will come and join us for dinner by giving them food and stuff like that. And a lot of these altars have photographs, and of course, baseball cards are photos. And I used to do some of these art cards and put them in the altars because I had family that love baseball and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I would do these things, and then it just started getting popular until a friend of mine actually bought one in, like, I want to say 2000, maybe 5 or 7, 2000, maybe around there. When I first got my first money out of it, and then it started going, and then I started getting popular in my art world. If you saw my website, it's actually more of my art, the gallery work that I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to fix the website to my cards in the future. But I used to do a lot of galleries, and these cards were more like a little thing that I got, when you're bored in the house and you're doing stuff like this.
Sure.
That's how it started,
Cool.
How cards came about to what I'm doing now. And
Yeah.
it's weird.
Yeah. I'm sorry, go ahead.
It is weird how it just started from something and now what it is. And I'm getting praised over it, like people are actually loving it. And I love that people love it, and the feedback about people, how they say, "Oh my God, it's just so beautiful." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you. And it makes me want to do more. And, every time someone just even comments, I do more. It just, it gives me energy.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. And I mean, I never got rid of most of my cards that I had from my stores and collection. They were still in the old boxes. That's why most of these cards that I painted, they were mine from growing up. I just painted on them until recently that I started to have to buy. I want to say about 2 years ago, where I actually started buying a pack and it just went, like I'm actually buying packs or buying cards now. And it reminds me as a kid,
Oh yeah.
Nostalgic back to me.
Totally. I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome, man. So go ahead.
Oh, I was just when did you transition into being Optimus Volts then?
Optimus Volts is an alter ego, doing my artwork in the galleries because it's street life. There's also always when you're in a crew, or they give you you make your name, your street name. I was known for like voltage, energy, and I cut it down to volts. Yeah, VOLTS. And big Transformer fan. You can probably see some Transformers up here. I have a
kind of see it, yeah.
You can see the tattoo, Grimlock and Autobots, and then I have Optimus Prime here. There you go.
Oh, yep. Nice.
'80s kid. You know, I grew up watching the cartoons, and I love Optimus Prime, the great hero. I mean, even though he's just a cartoon character, but just stuff that he said during the cartoons.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I remember we were actually talking before we started the show, and just talking about GI Joe, and then I don't know which one came first, but Transformers and GI Joe were back to back on the channel I watched on. Huh?
Saturday morning cartoons, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Get up early, get your bowl of cereal. You get your bowl of the biggest bowl, by the way, the biggest bowl of cereal. Your mom said, "Hey, what are you doing?" Lucky Charms was my favorite. Lucky Charms cereal.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I used to watch all the cartoons. Of course, He-Man. Of course, GI Joe. I mean, Silverhawks. Voltron. I mean, even down to the Smurfs and stuff like
Yep. Oh yeah.
all the way to 12 o'clock, I believe. From watch cartoons till 12. And guess what came off after 12 in our area?
What was that?
Baseball.
Lucha Libre.
Oh, yep.
Lucha Libre, the Mexican wrestling. Wow. I loved it. It was like a new beginning of watching something. You're like, what the? They're flying, they're doing this and that, and they're wearing masks. And now you will ask your dad, why is he, who's Blue Demon, who's, Santo, who's that guy, who's that guy, and why is he wearing a mask? And they, my dad would tell me, that's who he is. Without the mask, he's powerless. And the reason I wear a mask is because it gives me the power to be, not be afraid. I can go and be like whoever I want. I'm a fighter. I can do everything. When I take the mask, I get shy. I get timid, like I don't want to talk. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. And that's my alter ego is Optimus Volts. And that's how I wear the mask when I started doing my artwork because of my alter ego. And
it's funny that you say that because even if you think about like Clark Kent and Peter Parker, they're both like very mild mannered, like almost nerds in like in real life. And then Superman, and Spider-Man is I love Spider-Man growing up because he was always in the comic books he's always a wise guy. Once the mask went on, he's always like just basically making fun of the villains as he's beating them up and stuff like that.
Oh my God! I mean, and it's so ironic about the comics as well. I mean, here in San Diego, as a kid, going to the San Diego Comic Con when it first started, when it was all just about comics, it was beautiful. Just the comic culture here in San Diego it's everywhere. I mean, we had shops all over growing up as a kid for comics. I mean, growing up watching the art. I mean, I was more into about the art of the comic. I would try to draw, these characters and stuff, and it was beautiful to see stuff like that. And
Nice.
how growing up, every little thing turns out to what's now.
Would you mind too much if we made you full screen and maybe you show us a couple things?
Sure. Let's start by, of course, what I'm doing now. These the baseball cards. I'll show you what I got right here. Some couple stuff that Here, this is a Johnny Bench card. You can see that I painted on top of the card, and then this one is just a recent one that I just finished. It's a collab with Donnie B. If you guys know Donnie.
Oh yeah.
He did his part, and I painted on top of Barry Bonds right there.
Oh, nice.
I love comics, so this is a Gambit, cards.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's
you can
awesome.
see how I painted on Gambit and stuff.
Yep.
And then one of my favorite players, of course, Tony Gwynn.
Oh yes.
Tony. This is a collab. A lot of people are gonna like this one. It's a collab with Lunchmate, and then he also cuts cards. But I painted the Star Wars character.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
He put the twins. You see it on the other side, the twins.
Yeah.
They look like a baseball card, so the twins and stuff. That's a pretty cool card.
Yeah.
Of course, legends like Kobe Bryant.
Oh, yep.
What I'm doing right now is actually developing and doing memorabilia and like this mini bobblehead of Trout. I painted on the card stock, on the packaging, and and then the player and the player stuff.
Oh, nice.
Jeez, dude, that's awesome.
That is.
And at first it starts off like this, and I'm gonna paint this Yakuza. You see, I'm gonna paint on it.
Oh, yep.
I'm gonna get these ready for a show coming up, and I just this Wheaties box. This is
yeah.
It's so amazing. You got LeBron painted Dia de los Muertos, my style that I do for, and let me see. Do I have my real work, my gallery work around here? Here's one.
Oh, okay.
Here, this one is what most of my gallery work is. A lot of street culture. This is a spray can, and that's a Lord Voldemort head.
Oh, yep.
This one I did a mold of the head so I can reproduce the head. So, and that's a spray can.
Nice.
And you can see that's part of it. Most of my pieces are pretty big, This is an alien Zemo, the alien character.
Oh
yeah.
And then these are all made with spray cans. If you look closely,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
Wow.
cut up in pieces, and then it forms the alien character.
Wow. Yeah, you're not kidding. You got some big pieces.
Yeah, was in a gallery, but because of COVID, it closed. A lot of galleries shut down.
Sure.
So
is that something you had to weld then, or do you?
That piece is made out of wood, metal, resin, and plastic, and of course construction grade glue, like Loctite, Gorilla Glue, big construction tubes.
Yep.
Send your recycling to Optimus Volts, right?
That's what I was known for in the gallery world. There's a local gallery in San Diego called Sparks Gallery. If you go to their website, you can see a lot of my work on their website. You'll see the prices where it's like thousands of dollars. This is what I but of course COVID kind of shut me down for 2 years.
Yeah.
But it gave me the cards to go more. I guess it brought me into another direction. Like to make this now is unbelievable because I love to paint and do cards. I always did them back in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
I was doing them. It's so weird that what COVID slowed down, but gave me the cards because I started advertising and putting them on Instagram, and that's when people were gravitating to them and said, "Hey, would you sell it?" "Yeah, I'll sell it to you." Blah blah blah. And I started early with $10, $15, $20, and then it got famous. It got more hits. People were contacting me, and that's when Donnie B hit me up. And he's like, "Wow, this is amazing. What are you doing?" And it was such a beautiful outcome from what it was in zero to now. I'm actually getting more recognition doing the cards than doing my gallery work.
Wow.
It took years just to get into galleries.
Yeah.
Years. I mean, I was like doing underground shows and stuff. I was always hustling.
Yep.
And that's what I'm doing right now with the cards. I'm hustling, doing connections, working with artists, trying to get, I actually got card art into galleries. It's in the website of Sparks Gallery. And I'm trying to
awesome.
trying to do a solo show, gallery style, of either my card art or this new style where I paint portraits into like baseball portraits into my style. I don't know if you guys saw the Duke Snyder poster that I did, where it was a commission piece, where the guy only wanted me to do the fans, not Duke Snyder. He just wanted me to do the fans, and it turned out so beautiful. I have the picture on my Instagram.
Yeah, we'll pull it up and put it up. I'll insert it into this video. Yeah.
It turned out such a beautiful. I said I must do this again in this style. Doing a picture or portrait or poster into that, and that's when I'm going to focus when I do my solo show. I'm right now doing conversation with galleries or venues where I can throw this gallery event with my new style and show it to the world. Of course, also have card art in that mix. That way I want to get it more into the gallery world.
As an artist, a longtime artist, do you find that the support in the sports card world like better than in just the art world, or is it basically the same?
I mean, art has always been in the baseball card. It's been since back in the days. It's cards were first drawn to make a baseball card. I mean, and even some of the great. I mean, I just recently talked to this artist. I don't know if you ever knew.
Let me put you up.
The legend artist. He's the guy legend. Let me see if I pronounce his name wrong. I don't want to pronounce his name. It's Christopher Paulasco. He's the legend artist.
Oh, yeah.
I remember growing up buying these and just for the art.
Yep.
Remember in here, it's all about art in here. The plate, the paint plates, the memorabilia art in here, the lithographs, the paintings back in the 90s. And I contacted him, and I actually met him without knowing it,
Oh, really?
Day jobs was trying to sell countertops, and he wanted to buy a countertop, and then he saw my Instagram blowing up, my phone blowing up, and he said, "What's going on?" "Oh, I posted this drawing that I did of a baseball player." And he said, "What?" And he goes, I'm an artist too. And I go, "What? Who are you?" No, no blah 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 blah. And you're from the legends.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my god. I mean, it was
wow.
such to meet him, and I mean, he wasn't doing a lot of baseball stuff. He's been doing a lot of aerospace, like a lot of fighter pilots. A lot of army stuff, because San Diego's a lot of military town.
Yep.
A lot of stuff, portraits like that. He does have a Instagram page, but I think he had like I forgot what page. I don't know if it's Divine Art, one of those Divine Art kind of space in the website type of deal where it shows some of his work.
Okay.
An artist that should be followed. I mean, he was such a great artist, and I wish he can still do some more baseball stuff. And
Right.
Yeah, and I asked him about if he had any of those pieces available, like his Jordan or yeah, his Ken Griffey original pieces. He said
Right.
no, the Legends company kept it all, the original.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. And I mean, it was such an honor to meet this artist at National, one of my favorite art painters, baseball painters. I mean, he gave me some of his original cards, Craig.
Oh, yeah.
And Craig, oh goddamn, the light is just terrible there.
Yeah.
But he's such a great artist, and I actually customized some of his cards that he gave me, and I sent him one original piece to
Yeah,
him.
that's awesome.
I mean,
I think I might have saw that. Did you post that on Instagram?
yeah.
Yep. I was gonna say, I think I remember seeing that. Craig Kindler?
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
it.
awesome.
We met all these great artists in the Nationals. I mean, from baseball card artists to real art, artists there, and it was such amazing that they followed us. That was like he said, "Oh, I follow you," and I'm like, "Oh my god, what are you talking about?"
Oh, I bet. Just got a whoa. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
for being loving art to being like a baseball card artist is amazing.
Yeah. So speaking of all that kind of fun stuff, you have had some exciting news recently. If you want to share that with if you can share it.
Yeah. I mean, he leaked it out already. It's such amazing. I told him that I'm going to promote it. So, and of course, this episode's out on Friday, so it's already probably out on Instagram and everything.
Yep.
But I am going to be one of the artists in the 2021 Industry Summit. It's going to be in Las Vegas. It's brought to you by Beckett Company.
Nice.
Such a great. I mean, I can't believe it. Growing up collecting Beckett books.
Yeah.
I have to do something with Beckett, That's such amazing. It's going to be in the Westgate Las Vegas Convention Center September 10th and 11th. That's the card show area. And of course, they're doing the industry summit. I believe it starts on the 12th, the summit, the regular summit.
Sure.
It's a Friday, Saturday event. There's over 200 plus tables. So
wow.
It's going to be nice, diverse stuff there. I
Yeah.
hope people can make it. Come on by. I'm going to have my table there. You can see some of my card art. There will be for sale. I'm going to take the Wheaties box, the figures. I'm going to take my cards, and I'm going to be giving out some signed rookie cards of myself, of course.
Yes.
And they're numbered. I only made 100, so they're limited supplies on that.
Yeah, I might have been a lucky one to get one.
Yeah, I gave some out to the Nationals.
Yeah.
A lot of the card artists and people that I met, just to let them know who has all my information.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited about this show because it's going to be awesome. I mean, just to be surrounded by all this energy of baseball cards and hopefully everybody the collecting world enjoys and lets me be part of this culture, this hobby that I know people haven't seen this movement that is coming up of one-of-one baseball cards of card art. I mean, such a boom. It's growing fast, and it's amazing artists out there. I just doing a collab with this guy. I mean, I love that he's painting on top of the cards, and he wants me to do a collab. Is JCP. He's a card artist. He paints on top of the cards, and he also paints the back. He paints the back of it. This was actually a Ken Griffey checklist card, upper deck one. And I'm gonna paint the face and the arms and stuff and do some my style. So it's gonna be a collab piece that's coming out there. That's a sneak peek, by the way, but can't wait to show you guys. Of course, doing great collab works with Card Killer. Donnie B, and of course with other artists. I love doing that because
Yeah.
I love working with other artists because just to see their works with mine, it's amazing.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying that collab. I'm seeing quite a few come out, now.
Would you collaborate in your other art, in your other arts at all?
Yeah, I've done it. I've done collaboration with my other art as well. I mean, it all depends on usually I tell them what he's going for and what theme, and then I said, well, on the other art it's all 3D. There's a lot of 3D items, so it has to work. Like if they gave me something flat, then I have to figure out how to put it into the artwork.
Sure.
Awesome. I think that's just something to really marvel at too, is just how supportive the card art community is with each other, and just I think that's a beautiful thing for sure.
I mean, the recently with Blender Zombie, his event that they had, the Mayhem event to sponsor his car that his wife lost, and that was amazing. Everybody donated to be part of this Mayhem card break, and all these ordered her hard-earned money to donate to support his car that someone stole his wife's car. I mean,
yeah, for sure. I actually purchased a piece and I did the embellishment from him, so I'm eagerly awaiting that one to arrive.
Yeah, I mean, the card killer gave me one of the Mayhem's #1 break, and I just recently finished.
Oh yeah,
so
that's awesome.
I don't know what we're gonna do with this. I gotta talk to Card Killer if we're gonna auction it, give it away. I don't know.
Sure.
Figure it out.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So why don't you take a minute and tell everybody where to find you? And I know we kind of said we'd stay in the 30-minute range, and we don't want to keep you too long, and Lauren's got to work and all that fun stuff. Everybody's so compacted, but we want to give you a chance to tell them where they can find you.
Yeah, I mean, number one thing is my website. It's optimusvolts.com. Easy as that. OPTIMUSVOLTS at course.com. And of course, Instagram, that's where I'm usually more aggressive in Instagram, even though I've been jumping back to Twitter because I entered Twitter late. But
us too.
Instagram, it's, at Optimus Volts. You probably see this beautiful face, the little man, Optimus Volts. So just click on that. Please like, share. For artists, the main thing is sharing. I agree. If everybody just shares to your community, if you like something, share it with your friends. That's how our work gets around, and it's beautiful. Those are the main two things. I'm always around. So if you want to hit me up, DM me. I do collabs with some other artists. Just hit me up. But the main thing, I also do commissions. Let's talk. Don't be afraid. If you want to hit me up, DM me, or you can send me a message through my website as well. And you can always also just scream out, Optimus!
Awesome. Well, we can't thank you enough for coming on, man. It's been really a good time, and we'd love to have you back on in the near future if that's good. And maybe
I'm always for it.
Yeah.
Anything that I do publicity wise, it's always a good, even negative or good. It's always good to be out there. Let's do this again. I'm excited. Let's get people to know. It's all about you guys, because you guys are giving your time to talk about me, and I appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. The Sports Cards Talk Show, I love it. Let's do it whenever you want. Let's do it again.
Awesome. So
the pleasure was definitely ours.
All ours. Yeah. If you want to hang on 1 second, we'll bring the episode to a close, and then we'll just chat for another minute here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Skull Brothers out.